Tim and Joshua Brown.
First, I want to say that I find it extremely interesting that everyone was okay with Patrick Jones literally filming a documentary to recall Narendra Modi in this building, but they find Mr. Garman wearing a t-shirt egregious. Seems a little hypocritical, doesn't it? Secondly, I live in District 2. If you guys try to get rid of Tim Garman, I promise you, I will run for that seat. So who do you want more, him or me? Because I will run for that seat. All right, so for the people like Patrick Jones and Nick Gardner that want me to say sorry, I came here to say sorry. Patrick, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your mama didn't raise you right. I'm sorry that you've allowed fear to take over your mind. I'm sorry that you have not allowed yourself to understand black culture. I'm sorry that you have been stuck in this bubble of alienation and disconnection from other kinds of people. I'm sorry that you think it's okay to spread disinformation, gaslight citizens, and blatantly lie to get your misguided points across. I'm sorry that our country is built on a system that allows dangerous people like you to make decisions that affect an entire community. I'm sorry that you aren't man enough to own your mistakes and truly apologize for them. I'm sorry that you think cosplaying as a founding father actually equates you to one of them. I'm sorry that your life has led you down a path where you think a black man using the N-word in a rap song is in any way comparable to a white man using it disparagingly in a government building. I'm sorry that you misinterpreted the Constitution in a way that fits your ideologies. I'm sorry that you can't comprehend how hurtful that word is when spoken by the wrong person. I'm sorry that you felt the need to defend its usage in that specific situation and then condemn it in another that aligns with your narrative. I'm sorry that you've clearly never heard a single rap song or listened to a black stand-up comic. I'm sorry that you've never been invited to a cookout or a sideshow or a block party. I'm sorry that you have such a small amount of integrity. I'm sorry that you have no compassion or empathy for people who are different than you. I'm sorry that you can't control your temper. I'm sorry that you've consistently abused your power for the purposes of retaliation. I'm sorry that you've allowed yourself to be used as a puppet by an out-of-town billionaire with a grudge against this county. I'm sorry that you prioritize your bottom line more than you prioritize the constituents that you were sworn to represent. I'm sorry that you are the chair of this board when it clearly should be Mary Rickert. I'm sorry that you were likely bullied as a kid and now feel the need to bully others instead of dealing with your own trauma and leaving other innocent people out of it. I'm sorry that you have made this county famous for being a cesspool of bigotry and disinformation. I'm sorry that the FBI hasn't checked your search history. I'm sorry that you somehow think that little wooden hammer makes your words more important than the words of the citizens who put you into this position. And lastly, I'm sorry that my beloved county was duped into allowing you to be the person who was tasked with fighting for their rights, livelihoods, and values, because you clearly have forgotten that your oath included representing everyone in Shasta County, not just the ones who toe your line.
Thank you, Nathan. I accept your apology. You're welcome, Patrick.